Morning, all. All right, so today I'm going to discuss jerseys to start the day off once again. The T-shirt of the day is another Rammstein shirt. People are starting to figure out he's got a lot of T-shirts, doesn't he? Yep. And that's sort of the way that works. But yeah, so today we're gonna do 310 through to 301, which means we are into the top 300 as of tomorrow. And it means we're getting closer to the season. We are 32 days away from the season as we're recording this. So, number 310 is this Tampa Bay Lightning. This is, of course, the first Tampa Bay Lightning jersey they had, the dark version, anyways, and with the Lightning logo on the sleeves as well. Always liked that secondary. I did. I always thought the logo was kind of okay. And here it is at 310. So Phil Esposito did his best. One interesting thing, of course, is there's 6 stripes underneath here. As confusing as those are, they're halfway to having 6 Stanley Cups and then saying these stripes are psychic, and they're doing the same thing as the Islanders. Halfway there. We'll see when they get to 6, right? Number 309. St. Louis Blues. This is the 80s design that they wore. I imagine we'll see this as a third jersey at some point. It is a nice design. I do like the shoulders on this. It is something different. And yeah, so number 309. Not a lot to add to this. I believe I got this one from Full Moon Jerseys. I believe that's where I found this one. The Lightning one you guys just saw, that was just from a smaller seller on eBay. And yeah, so not too bad. This is, I think, the logo that makes a lot more sense than when it has St. Louis in here. It's still weird to me that they went from this to the one that had St. Louis in here, and then they shortened the whole thing down. They shortened the blue note down substantially after this. It is kind of big here. But anyways, there you go. Number 309. At 308. The Canucks at one point, they had the really nice blue and green jerseys with the original stick and rink logo on it, and they decided, we're going to go for this. Not only did they change to this, they paid money to change to this. This was supposed to frighten the other team. This was supposed to be intimidating. It's not. But it is fun having this, and the logos on the sleeves here are absolutely huge. So it is interesting that the logo is one that Canuck fans love. The design, not so much. And anybody who says, well, if you make this blue and this green, it's going to look a lot nicer, then you have a grad gown. I have said before, I'll say it becomes a grad gown at that point, and they all look like they're graduating from high school. Which, with Quinn Hughes, might work. With Elias Pettersson, he might be able to pull that off. Maybe Podkolzin as well. But some of them are just going to look downright silly. So this is best to be left in the past. And I've seen the mock-ups of this in blue and green. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. Number 307 is the Springfield Thunderbirds. So an AHL jersey I got from the AHL store. That Canucks one I got from the Canucks store, I believe. And honestly, the Canucks one is as high as it was, or as it is, because I still think it's fun and it's different. It's just I couldn't justify having it higher than 308. So 307 is this Springfield Thunderbirds jersey with your Florida logos on this, or Florida logo here and an American flag on this side. And I do like this. They've had other designs over the years. I think this is a really nice one, which kind of echoes the new Florida Panthers logo here as well, with the rather stoic looking panther, rather than the jumping, growling, snarling one they had before. But I like the neck on this one. I think it's a good jersey, and they get the striping on the side right, I think. Some of them it looks kind of weird, but on this one it looks fine. Nothing under the arms either, so some interesting striping on the sleeves. It's different. So, yeah, there you go, 307. Number 306. This is one example of how different my opinions from my wife's opinions are. If she was doing a jersey countdown, this would be right near the top for her. She really, really likes this one. And when I do the countdowns and she finds out where this one was, she's like, really? That's one of your nicer jerseys. So this is the Washington Capitals. This is the Winter Classic. This is the throwback to a design they never wore in the NHL. But, you know, if they brought this back as a third at some point, I don't think that'd be the worst thing. Of course, they currently have a W, and you can see in the middle here, it kind of has the outline of the Washington Monument as well. It's not as pronounced as the one that they wear now as a third. So I guess the current third is a combination of the Caps stadium jersey and this design. But yeah, so it's fun. It reminds me though also of the Vancouver Millionaires jersey. Very similar. The striping, just the overall look to me is very, very similar. But yeah, it's not a bad jersey at all, and Winter Classics normally look pretty good. Number 305 is the Pittsburgh Penguins' former third jersey. They had a white one, they had a yellow one, and they had a black one. Yellow jerseys, Vancouver, LA, and Pittsburgh all wore them. They were the home jerseys. They were considered the light colored jerseys, and then at some point the NHL only had white ones as the light colored jerseys. I'm still bewildered by this, but this is a Lemieux. This was actually sent to me by a subscriber. It's really nice. The one thing with this jersey that I think caused them to retire it, and yet I liked this one much better than the third they're wearing currently, or that they have been wearing the last couple of seasons, is that the yellow triangle does tend to get lost in the gold. I prefer the striping and the design of this one, but you can kind of see why on the third they've been wearing, this triangle isn't on it anymore, because it does kind of get lost a bit on a yellow background. And it would have been interesting to see this if maybe the inside of the triangle was white on the gold background, but is what it is. And it's not a bad one. So if you want to get conversations started, you're wearing this one, somebody will ask you about it, because it's a pretty decent jersey. And I could understand if people don't know that this was kind of the first third jersey. I'm thinking back, like NHL uniforms that I go through. This was kind of one of the first ever. It's not officially a third jersey, but it is, because they wore three jerseys during at least a couple of seasons there: white, yellow, and black. So, not too bad. Number 304 is this Ottawa Senators jersey that they wore up until last year, right? The one thing that to me holds this back, I love the logo. I do prefer this logo to their current logo, and I know that's going to be sacrilegious to a lot of Ottawa fans, but I think this is a nice logo. But the striping on these jerseys was always bizarre. Very, very, very bizarre. On the side, that's just weird. This is a Carlson. I got this one through, I believe this was through the NHL shop. I got this for like $50, and I was like, well, it does have the C on it. I'm partial to ones that have the Captain C on the front. And yeah, I do like it. I do wonder if they had done something different with the striping on this, if the fans might have liked it more. But hey, you know, you take their current design, you slap this logo on the front. I think that would be a winner. But we may never know. Well, I say that, and yet a few years down the road, people will want this logo on a third of some sort, and this will be considered the throwback, and the cycle likely repeats again. Number 303 is this New York Islanders jersey. This, of course, is the style they wore in the 80s, the colors they wore in the 80s. It's blank. I got this one, I'm pretty sure this one was through Full Moon Jerseys. Again, when the CCMs were all done, Full Moon Jerseys was selling them off for about $50 each, and I just racked them up. I just went, yep, I'll get those. I don't have that. So this is one of those. I honestly have grown to like the Islanders jerseys more now than I did when I was a kid. But again, and Islander fans are usually not very happy with my opinion on the logo. I still think the logo could be done better, but I understand that at this point you've got 50 years of tradition. You've got 4 Stanley Cups with this logo, and the last time they messed with it, they put a fisherman on the front. So I don't expect any changes to that logo, especially with Lou Lamoriello in charge. And yeah, so this one's at 303. Number 302 is the Florida Panthers white original jersey. I remember one thing that surprised me with this jersey when I saw it in person, the red version anyways, was that I thought that they were kind of a burnt orange color. When I first saw them, I thought, oh, that'd be kind of nice, you know, burnt orange color. And they're red. But, so, yeah, I do like this on the shoulder. I still think that's the better logo. However, the current design, the jersey overall is very nice. I think this logo is going to remain on thirds for a while. Do they eventually go back to that branding? It's possible. I think one of the reasons possibly maybe that they changed. This is kind of hard to draw comparatively speaking with the one they have now. And it's not quite as simple, but you know, it is a good jersey. And I got this one too through eBay. It's eBay. This was from a smaller seller, but it's in pretty good shape. The CCM tag on this is still readable. My older jerseys, the CCM tag is not readable, and on the back, the CCM is virtually unbroken. There's no crackling in this, which again, for CCMs from back in the 90s, that's remarkable. I'm pretty sure I got this one new with tags, and I think I paid like $60 for it. So there's deals out there to be had. So number 302. And to round out this portion of the countdown, at number 301 is the current Edmonton Oilers away jersey, which, you know, I'm torn on this. I would really like to see an Oilers jersey with this color blue as the primary color, and in their current design, not what they've done, which is this color and then orange, and they've left out the white. I would really like to see it just kind of, I don't know, reversed, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll go back to the royal blue. I honestly think it's a nice jersey. I do. Like I said, number 301, this is a Connor McDavid. With a lot of the, you see Climalite right in here. With a lot of the Climalite and Arrow already, they're getting them out. They want the prime green ones in there so they can charge you guys full price. I've been able to get a bunch of these for cheap-ish. So, and I just mean cheap comparatively speaking with what they normally are. So when I see some of these prices, I'm like, wow, that's below the wholesale price. That's what's been going on lately with the Adidas jerseys. They're basically losing money to get rid of the stock so they can get the new stock. This, of course, there's the button again. And people pointed out yesterday, yes, there are some exceptions of jerseys that were in that first year. The Arenas jersey has a button on it. The Winter Classic, of course, from that year. Stadium jerseys, but again, there are sites that'll let you know on the whole counterfeiting thing and everything. There's a whole page on Cool Hockey's site on that. This one I'm pretty sure I got through, I want to say Sport Check. It's either Sport Check or I got it through Adidas itself. I have the Adidas app on my phone, and right now it's telling me that there's a bunch of Adidas jerseys for $80 each. I already have them all, so I don't need any, but if you need any, $80 is, like I said, that's basically below wholesale cost. And yeah, there you go. Rounding out the countdown, number 301. We get into the 300s tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. And if you haven't already hit the like and subscribe, do so. I'll talk to you again soon.